Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapple Forward, friends. Today on the podcast, I want to talk about managing your expectations around people's time when you're asking for advice or information about your roasting, your brewing, your business, and all of the other things that you might seek information, consult, counsel from people who are experts in the industry. This is really important as you move in this industry, because knowing how to treat people's time is going to affect the way that they view you and the way that they want to engage with you as you move through whatever it is that you're doing. We have a real problem in this industry where we don't quite understand the line of where we can and can't, or not can't or shouldn't, expect people to just give freely. And we seem to just take. And that's not fair. So, how do we approach asking for advice? And where is the line where that turns from advice that's for free versus advice that you should be paying for? And further, where is it a service to you? And when is it a disservice to you not to be paying for advice from people who are experts? So, the way that most professionals who are consultants in the coffee industry approach this situation is that if you're asking a question and it's a one-liner answer that happens either through social media or through email, typically if it's a one-line answer, we'll happily respond if we have time to get to the email. Where it becomes a problem is when people get angry when you don't respond, or people get angry that you're not prepared to allot them a certain amount of time so that they can get the information out of you that they want and they need, and they're not prepared to pay for it. This is an unreasonable thing to expect from people. And I would say beware of anybody who's willing to give you as much time as you want and need for free if they're not a close friend or a close business associate, or if they don't have another business where they may have an agenda that they're trying to push forward. For example, a green coffee company that's trying to get you to buy their coffee may give you a whole bunch of business advice to help you set up your business so that you will buy their green coffee. This can get very dangerous, friends, because they don't have to bear the consequence of what goes wrong with your business. You do, or the consultants that you're working with, a paid consultant that you're working with, does have to bear the consequence of things not working out well for your business. As a paid professional, they have a vested interest in the quality of testimonial that you give their consulting. You seeking advice from people who are figuring it out as they go is one way to get free information, but it's not a way to get expert information. So if you're looking to a professional and you want information, how much time should you be expecting from them free if you have an initial consult? I would say, based on the quality of the rapport that you have, anywhere between 15 minutes to an hour max, is all you should be able to expect from somebody for free. When you show up to a meeting and you haven't clarified what the expectation is that you want from the person, now a good consultant will tell you why you were there for the meeting. They will tell you what you were there to discuss. If you've turned up with a different set of expectations, it's not the fault of the consultant that you're not getting what you've expected. What I see again and again and again is that people turn up for an initial 15-minute consult hoping to bombard me or other consultants with a number of questions that they want answered in the free 15-minute session that they've got. Now, the role of that initial meeting is to set out the expectation of how the relationship will unfold after that. It's not to give you the answers that you need so that you can grab everything that you can, and for you to try and drag out that meeting for as long as you can. It's up to the individual consultant to decide if they're going to give you their time for free. Remember, time is a life currency. And so it's up to the person to decide if they want to give that to you. I'm hearing stories, and I experience it myself, of people saying, but you owe this to me. I listened to your podcast. Well, no, actually, the podcast is the free shit that I give. And I love giving it. I love hearing the stories that people tell me of the ways that the podcast helps people. It's the way that I can give of my time freely, as much as I want, as regularly as possible, so that it helps as many people as possible. But everything aside from that is paid consultation. And I'm not in any way, shape or form embarrassed about that or, ashamed of it. It's my business. It's one of my businesses. And we're building something here that helps cultivate better quality businesses long term. And so when people turn up and ask a question expecting a 5-minute answer, it gets challenging because me as a consultant can see the underlying problem. I'm a small business consultant in the coffee industry. When you ask me a question, I'm not going to be looking at just what the direct answer to that question is. I'm going to be looking at what's the underlying problem that has led this person to seek counsel on the answer for that question, rather than just going and doing the research to get the answer themselves. It's always a bigger underlying issue. And I ask any of my clients or anyone in the group coaching, it's always about a holistic approach that empowers you with knowing what questions to ask yourself so that you can move into a space where you're no longer seeking counsel from other people and moving freely within your own business so that you can grow as the decision maker into proactive leadership rather than reactive leadership. Our job in Map It Forward is to empower you as quickly as possible to move freely and with, I guess, a kind of confidence where you are less and less dependent on other people for the answers to the questions that you have. You know how to go and get that information yourself. So when you approach people for things that you don't understand, and there's going to be lots of it, I do it. There are things that I need counsel from people on. You've always got to remember that other people have many things that they're doing, and you're managing your expectation of other people's time is a way of showing respect to them. Anybody who's willing to give you endless amounts of time for free is simply not going to be giving you the quality of information that you deserve. They have no vested interest in the outcome of the information that they're passing on to you. Please consider that and see the value in engaging the services of either a professional consultant that can specifically give you the information that you need, or consider joining a mastermind group like what we've got going on if you can't afford the cost of a one-on-one consultant. I hope this has been helpful. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.